everyone, John Henry here from support at schooloftrade.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at it's a wave pattern short, but it's a combination pattern. So at these lows, you can see right here, we came down into this low, made a bottom, came back up and came down and made a double bottom now, and we're starting to move back up. If we break this 5 high right here, these white lines right here, those are the double bottom resistance areas to look to take this back short again. And you'll notice these yellow lines right here, those are the trigger zones. And the trigger zone actually lines up directly on top of the double bottom resistance area. So this is looking like a very nice setup to go short. We don't have a cross in the middle, but with this move down and a pullback back up, we did have the first signal right here to go short, but again, because we've got these things lining up all at the same place, definitely a nice area to hop in short here. I'm looking at scaling in my first target here at 102.99, my second target at 103.08, and third target at 103.17. And the fourth entry at 103.30. I'm not going to be looking to scale in at the 103.38, a little bit higher up, just because we're not really at a high area here. So we just had the first fill, so let's put in the first stop here at 103.48 and zoom down a little bit and add in this first target down here. Let's go at 102.50. Now, if we continue to go higher, we'll keep adding more and more basically targets on the way back down. As we're scaling in, I'm also looking at scaling back out. So because we've already started getting our fills, and I've got my primary target set here, I can delete that part, and now we'll just wait for the rest of them to become filled and hopefully start moving in our favor. So now we've got the second one filled up here, so now we can go and look at the opposing halfway back, which is going to be here at 102.90. So add a buy limit there, and as we continue higher, we'll keep adjusting these targets on the way back down, just to kind of be a little bit proactive here on these targets. If we do get this next target filled at 103.17, that'll average our position even higher, which will give us an even more favorable fill on the way down here. So we'll come back once we start getting our fills, if we start getting the price moving in our favor, and then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, we're back. The market moved all the way up to 103.18 before turning back around, and now we've had our first target taken out at 102.94. So what I'll be looking to do now is moving my stop a little bit closer in. I want to move it to break even, but because this swing high isn't much further away, I'm just going to move it up there, make sure to adjust this back down to 2. If it'll take it, there we go. And then once we get the second target filled down here at 102.80, then I'll be looking to move my stop to break even. I can take this buy limit off the table now because that's done and over with. We can take the opposing off, and we can also take the double bottom resistance area off. So perfect. Now we're just left with a pretty clean chart, looking to continue to move short here down to 102.80. Again, once we hit 102.80, I'll be looking to move my stop down to break even at 103.08 is about my average position. And then once we break this low at 102.70, then I'll begin to look to kind of trail my stop down just to lock in a little bit more if the market decides to pop up before we hit my target and stop me out. So we will be back once we start getting our targets filled, and preferably once we take out this 102.70 low, and then we'll see how we turn out. Okay, we're back. So we took out the second target, moving my stop to break even, and we've also broken that 102.70 low. So now I'm going to look to trail my stop along here. So I'm just going to go a couple ticks above this top side of the trigger zone here. Let's go 3 ticks above, right at the 103, big round number there. And then we'll continue this a little bit lower down. So far, this has been a really, really nice trade. So we're just looking for a little bit more of a continued move on the way down. The overall target, just want to make sure that that's set in the correct area. Yep, down at 102.50. Perfect. So, like I said, we'll be looking to trail this a little bit lower. Now that we've broken this low, we have started to close below. We've had a couple candles that have closed below it now. So we're looking at definitely some confirmation on the downside. This whole morning really has a lot of downward pressure from yesterday afternoon into this morning. So you can see every time we get a new low, we kind of get a little choppy. New low, a little choppy. New low, choppy again. So chances are we're going to get choppy here again. We might even see a little bit of a pullback. That's why I've got my trailing stop in. Then we'll be looking for an overall push straight down to that 102.50 area. So we'll be back when either our stop is taken out or our target is taken, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, we're back. We took out the final target, and you can see it's exactly what we were looking for. We came down to those new lows, got a little choppy, a little bit of a bump back, and then straight back down into our target. So we'll cancel that stop really quick, and overall, really, really nice trade on crude oil this morning. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade, and they'll be sure to get back to you as soon as they can. Have a good one.